Hello fanciers. Welcome back to the Game Dog Caribbean channel. The content you experience here is fictional and for entertainment purposes only, something like a Harry Potter book, or the story of the Avatar, The Last Airbender and content of that nature. Please like, comment, and share this video and click on the subscribe button to be notified whenever new content is posted to this channel. For this episode, we will recount the Tatk and Bnsk, Best of the Best Convention 25 that took place in the spring of 1925. The card was set for 8 hunts, but after some forfeits and mishaps the card was down to 6 hunts. These hog hunts were an effort to place a control on the escalating wild pest population in the area at that time. The farmers and hog hunters had a very good working relationship, and it culminated into events such as the one we will report on today. Show number 1. Bnsk's Caliber one-time winner versus Bnsk's Sniper, males, set at 46 pounds. Referee, IYK. For this hunt, Bnsk was bringing back out their Caliber hound that out-hunted TK at Culture War Games 24, while the BNS team was bringing out a prospect, son of Edgy, 2-time winner that was also on the card going for his championship title. At the scale, Bnsk's Caliber, 45 pounds 8 ounces. Bnsk's Stinger, 45 pounds 13 ounces. Both hunters were within the weight limit and they made their way to the trail. From the release, both hounds met their hog in the middle, trading in the shoulders and showing good ability. Caliber moved to the chest and front end, shaking viciously when there is an opening, while Sniper was on the head trying to keep his hog out. Snipper eventually got to the legs and front end, hitting up his bore while Caliber went on the defense. Caliber was looking like the stronger animal on the hunt and taking his bore down at will, while Sniper began hitting the mat more often. Sniper began fading around the 30-minute mark and not doing much to keep his hog out. Caliber on the other side of the trail was going to the back end and front end, establishing dominance on the hunt. A turn was called and acknowledged on Sniper, and when handles were achieved he refused to continue. Caliber then made a convincing scratch to end the hunt. Winner, Bnsk's Caliber one-time winner in 1 hour. Show number 2. Bnsk's Edgy 2-time winner versus Bnsk's Gilmore, males, set at 45 pounds. Referee, KPK. For this hunt, the BNS team was bringing back out their edgy catch dog that out-hunted CCK's Soldier in 1 hour and 7 minutes at Tatk and Bnsk, Best of the Best Convention 23, and then out-hunted JK's Champ in 1 hour and 3 minutes at CCK Desert Storm Convention 24, forcing pickup. DBD on the other hand was using a prospect to try and prevent Edgy from picking up his title. At the scale, Bnsk's Edgy, 45 pounds 7 ounces. Bnsk's Gilmore, 45 pounds. Bnsk was above the contracted weight, so they surrendered the deposit and continued to the hunt. From the release, both hounds met their hog in the middle, trading in the front with Edgy going to head and shoulders while Gilmore was pushing for the chest. Edgy was more intense on the trail, hitting up his bore in any spot left open, while Gilmore was driving for the chest and striking on occasion, but his hog was getting him out by the muzzle. The hunt was even for the first quarter before Edgy began hitting the mat more often, but his hog from the bottom. Gilmore on the other hand was licking his catch when spots were left open. A turn was called and acknowledged on Gilmore, and he completed some very convincing scratches, ramming his bore in the corner. Edgy on the other hand also completed some explosive scratches on his turn to go. Approaching the 2-hour mark, Edgy was clearly ahead on the trail and hitting the more crucial spots, while Gilmore was just maintain and trying to stay out of trouble. Past the 2-hour mark, Gilmore hit the mat and remained there out of hold at some points, while Edgy was dominating his bore on the other side of the trail. The ARNK eventually pick up their hound just over the hour-and-a-half mark, and Gilmore failed to complete a courtesy. Winner, Bnsk's champion Edgy, 3-time winner in 2 hours and 40 minutes. Show number 3. CCK's Castro versus MK13's Lugger, males, set at 44 pounds. Referee, TSTK. For this hunt, both teams were bringing some prospects to the trail. At the scale, CCK's Castro, 44 pounds 1 ounce. MK13's Lugger, 43 pounds 14 ounces. The CCK team was over the contracted weight, so they surrendered the deposit and proceeded to the hunt. From the release, both hounds met their hog in the middle, with Castro going for the shoulders and Lugger flipping his boar to the mat early out. Castro regained his footing in short order and proceeded going to his boar chest and shaking viciously, while Lugger on the other side of the trail was trying to keep his boar out by the head and muzzle and shaking on occasion. Lugger was showing good strength and ability on the hunt, while Castro displayed speed and mouth. 20 minutes in, Castro was heating up on the hunt and driving out of hold on occasion, while Lugger was pressuring his hog in the front end and face. A turn was acknowledged on Castro just over the half-an-hour mark, and he completed a bolting scratch on his turn to go. Lugger on the other side of the trail defending more often and going to the chest and underarm on occasion. By the 45-minute mark, Castro had recovered and his mouth was beginning to get to his fore, while Lugger began hitting the mat but working from the bottom. Handles were achieved again and Lugger completed a stumbling scratch, and Castro continued to dominate on the trail, shaking his boar viciously in the shoulders and moving to the back end on occasion. The CCK team achieved another smooth handle in short order and Castro completed another explosive scratch. Castro was clearly ahead on the hunt by this point, and handles were achieved again just before the hour mark, and Lugger refused to continue. Castro then completed a bolting scratch and the hunt, ramming his boar in the corner. Winner, CCK's Castro, one-time winner in 59 minutes. Show number 4. TIK's Buck, one-time winner versus ABGHK's Shaka Zulu, males, set at 39.5 pound. Referee, TSTK. For this hunt, the TI team was bringing back out their buck dog to try and pick up his second win after out-hunting NPNK's Trump, one-time winner at a local event, while ABGHK was bringing out their Shaka Zulu prospect to try and pick up his first win. At the scale, TIK's buck, 38 pounds 6 ounces. ABGHK's Shaka Zulu, 39 pounds 9 ounces. From the release, both hounds met their hog in the middle, with Zulu going to the shoulders while Buck was keeping his hog out by the head and side of neck. The hunt was moving at a fast pace, with both catch dogs showing good strength and ability. Buck began going to the back end and shaking viciously, while Zulu was trying to get his hog out by the muzzle and face. Zulu began heating up just over the 20-minute mark and pushing without hold, while Buck was still on the offense, hitting up the front end and back end, shaking viciously. Zulu eventually got his hog out by the face, while a turn was called and acknowledged on the buck dog. Zulu was recovering on the hunt while Buck began heating up on the other side of the trail. Buck eventually began losing steam and hitting the mat, while Zulu was showing dominance and extending his lead on the hunt. Zulu began hitting up his hog in any spot left open as Buck was trying to exit the trail. Handles were achieved, and after some scratches the buck dog refused more, leaving Zulu to scratch to win. Winner, ABGHK Shaka Zulu, one-time winner in 45 minutes. Show number 5. DBDK Santana, two-time winner versus Bnsk's Ginger, females, set at 39 pounds. Referee, KPK. For this hunt, the DBD club was bringing back out their Santana hound for number 3 after out-hunting Bomb Combine in 53 minutes internationally and RABK in 40 minutes on the local circuit. At the scale, DBDK's Santana, 39 pounds 4 ounces. Bnsk's Ginger, 38 pounds 14 ounces. From the release, both hounds met their hog in the middle, with Santana going to shoulders and immediately forcing protest, while Ginger was trying to get her hog out by the head. Santana was maintaining her hold, not giving her boar a chance to get off the mat, while Ginger was on heavy defense trying to get her hog out and protesting in the process. Ginger eventually regained her footing but her boar was giving her a hard time on the hunt. Santana on the other side of the trail was hitting up her boar any spot left open, showing good mouth and ability. By the 10-minute mark, Ginger had no answer for her boar and was just maintaining her hold when she could and snapping on occasion. A turn was called and acknowledged on Ginger, and when handles were achieved she refused to continue. Winner, DBDK's champion Santana 3-time winner in 15 minutes. Show number 6. Tatk's Fatal vs ABGHK's Spice, males, set at pounds. Referee, TSTK. For this hunt, both teams were bringing some prospects to the trail. At the scale, Tatk's Fatal, 31 pounds 13 ounces. ABGHK's Spice, 32 pounds 3 ounces. From the release, both hounds were in a fast exchange in the shoulders and front end with their bore. By the time they got settled on the trail, Fatal was shooting for the chest while Spice was trying to keep her hog out by the muzzle and face. Spice was arguing as continued she hunt and not quite maintaining her holds, while Fatal was biting more convincingly and showing good mouth on the trail. Fatal was heating up while Spice was hitting her bore on the paws on legs but not really slowing her catch down. Spice began hitting the mat and protesting, and Fatal was establishing dominance on the trial. The ABGH team eventually threw in the towel and Spice refused to continue. Winner, Tatk's Fatal, 1-time winner in 37 minutes. Tatk and Bnsk Best of the Best Convention 25. Gamest in Show, NPNGK's Caliber 2-time winner GIS. Best in Show, Tatk's Fatal, 1-time winner BIS. Best Conditioned Male, ABGHK's Shaka Zulu, 1-time winner BCD. Thanks to the hunting clubs for providing inspiration for these fictional accounts. Thank you for watching and continue to tune in to the Game Dog Caribbean channel. Until next time, the best place to begin is square one, and remember, good dogs are where you find them. Be sure to comment, like and share this video and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever we post new content.